Everyone, this is Lorraine. So I am officially 8 weeks pregnant. I mentioned in my previous video at 5 weeks pregnant that I was pretty nervous. I wasn't ready to get excited. I'm still not really ready to get excited about it. And my symptoms have kind of started coming a lot more full force. So I'm gonna go over that and everything. But having symptoms makes me feel a lot better. If you were unaware, I had a miscarriage in September of last year, and we'd been trying to get pregnant since then. So it took like 1 year and 1 month to get pregnant. That's how long it took after my miscarriage to get pregnant. So I'm excited that I finally got pregnant again. I'm scared because I had a miscarriage at about 11 weeks pregnant, so I still have a little ways to go before I feel like completely safe. However, I do have symptoms now. So at 5 weeks, I think I mentioned that I had gotten like tired maybe once or twice, nothing too significant. When the 6th week rolled around, then I started to get tired basically every afternoon, which was a good sign because in my first pregnancy, I was basically exhausted a lot, and this go around I am exhausted again. And then once I reached the 7-week point, I started to get like a little bit nauseous throughout the day, kind of more when I was hungry. And now, kind of a couple days into the 7th week, I've been nauseous basically from morning until night. And the only time that I'm not nauseous is when I am either eating something or I've just eaten something. So the nausea just stays with me all day, and it feels gross, and I don't want to eat anything except basically carbs. Nothing sounds really that appealing until I actually eat, and then I'm fine. But like any kind of vegetables or anything sounds so gross. Salads don't sound very appealing. It's really just like, I'm like, okay, quesadillas sound great. Anything bread and cheese, cheeseburger, anything that I feel, I don't know, just like a heavier thing. So I probably am gonna gain a lot of weight, whatever. My weight, I started at about 130 pounds, which is heavy for me. So I've gained a couple pounds in the process, probably like 4 so far. But I don't know, we'll see what happens along the way. But it's because I'm eating carbs and I don't normally eat carbs, but it's the only thing that sounds like pretty appealing. And I don't like to feel sick. It's a lot harder being pregnant with a toddler than it was being the first time around. You kind of think like the first time you're pregnant and you don't have any children, you get to take a nap or whatever whenever you want. This doesn't work that way this time around, so you just fight through it. So you fight through it the entire day because you have a child, and unless you have someone watching the child a little bit, but I don't have anyone watching him, so you just have to fight through it. But having the symptoms makes me feel so much better. I feel like I'm gonna start really showing very soon. I can't hold my stomach in anymore. It's like, it's probably a cheeseburger belly, so it's not really a belly bump yet. It's like a blump, like bloated bump. But I don't know, if I wear like tight enough clothes, it kind of looks like I'm pregnant. So I think that like whenever you have your next baby, it really just like pops out. Like your body remembers being pregnant and it starts popping out. So I don't know how much, I don't think it'll be hidden very long. I think if I wear tight enough things, people are gonna think like she either put on a little pound or she's pregnant. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what else to say really. I haven't been looking at any kind of stuff online really at all because I don't want to get too excited, because if something does go wrong, I'm a little bit nervous, scared. I have a feeling everything will go fine this time around. especially with all the symptoms that I'm having, but you never know. You never know. So I haven't really looked at anything as far as feeling whether I'm having a boy or a girl. I just really want a healthy baby, although I'm thinking for some reason, like I keep thinking, I think it's a girl. I don't know. But I had a dream last night. That's the other thing, when I'm pregnant, I have these dreams and I never dream. I had a dream about having like a second child with me, except my son turned back in time. Like he was younger in my dream than he is now, which he'll be around 3 years. He'll be a little over 3 when this baby comes. But I had a weird dream and the baby in the dream was a boy. So I don't know what that means, but it's hard to say at this point. I remember the first time we got pregnant, we tried for a boy. Like we wanted to have a boy first. So we tried for a boy. And the way we tried for a boy was just the sexual position that we would every time that, you know, it was just like that. But I have a feeling, I don't really know what we did in this time period. We just kind of went with it. I basically, about a month ago, or like a month before I got pregnant, I just kind of gave up on getting pregnant, because it kind of, if you're like trying and trying and trying and it doesn't happen, it's a little bit, it's not necessarily depressing, but you get your hopes up, and every month your period comes and you're just like, oh, this sucks. And finally, I just, like a month before I actually got pregnant, one thing was that I had to go to the doctor for antibiotics, and I never have to do that. So I took a Z-Pak because I had a sinus infection. So I don't know if that like cleared out my system, so that could be a reason that I got pregnant. And then the other thing was that I just decided I'm done trying. I'm happy having one child. I give up. I basically gave up, and I'm like, I'm gonna start drinking. So I would drink like a glass of wine at nighttime and stuff like that, whereas before I didn't really drink anything whatsoever. And then I got pregnant. So I don't know, it's like, it's always when you really like decide that, I don't know, for some people that are trying, it's like you don't actually get pregnant until you stop trying. I think it just consumes you and whatever, but I'm pregnant again and I'm excited now, kind of. I don't like, my mind, at 5 weeks I was like, I'm not gonna let myself get excited, but at this point I'm getting a little bit more excited. Like as it's like 8 weeks, schedule my doctor's appointment, which I don't go into my doctor's appointment until 10 weeks because of Thanksgiving holiday and everything. It just, the office that I chose this go around, they just couldn't take me until, I guess, around 10 weeks just because of the holidays. So that's a little bit nerve-wracking. Should we try a bump shot? The problem is I'm wearing a dress today, so it'll give you an idea where I begin. I like to do it kind of like so you could see like the actual belly. But it's really not like, the baby this week is like the size of a blueberry or something. It's not significant. So you really shouldn't start showing at this point in time. However, I really do feel like my stomach has like gotten to this point where like I just can't suck it in or anything. It's just like, I don't know, it's just there. So let me try to attempt to do that. Okay. In the front. But it's like, bleh. Bleh. I can't suck in anymore. If you have any questions, feel free to post them below, and I will see you all very soon with another video. Goodbye.